out adventuring again today. Today we're in beautiful Union Canal Park, right here by the old tunnel. Our stories today are about squirrels. Don't know if any will visit us today or not. Can you have this squirrel, help this squirrel sing hello? Are you ready? Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, I'm fine. I hope that you are too. Look at this squirrel's fluffy, fluffy tail. We're gonna sing, gray squirrel, swish your bushy tail. Gray squirrel, swish your bushy tail. Wrinkle up your little nose, hold a nut between your toes. Gray squirrel, swish your bushy tail. This time I want you to stand up and swish your bushy tail and wrinkle up your little nose. Are you ready? Do the motions and help me sing. Gray squirrel, swish your bushy tail. Gray squirrel, swish your bushy tail. Wrinkle up your little nose, hold a nut between your toes. Gray squirrel, swish your bushy tail. Yay! This book is all about squirrels by Brian Wildsmith. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little squirrels. It is easy to recognize a squirrel. He is a furry small animal with a long bushy tail, 2 strong back legs, 2 small front paws, 2 large tufted ears which stick up, and 2 big front teeth. He looks happy and mischievous. In summertime, the squirrel's coat is quite thin, but in wintertime it grows thick and strong. He seems to have little socks on his feet and warm fur gloves on his front paws. Squirrels live in trees. Sometimes their home is a hole in a tree trunk. Sometimes it is high up in the treetop in an old abandoned crow's nest. Squirrels build beautiful homes for themselves up in the treetops. These are called drays. A dray has 2 rooms, one of which is like a nursery for the youngsters. The squirrel's sharp claws give them a strong hold on the trunk of a tree so that they can scamper both up and down with great speed. Probably no animal in the world uses his tail for so many different purposes. When a squirrel leaps through the air from tree to tree, he can use his tail as a parachute. And it even helps him to change direction. And when a squirrel swims, as he does sometimes, he can use his tail as a sail. When he scurries along the bough of a tree, he can use it to balance and guide himself. And when a squirrel sleeps, he wraps his tail around himself, just like a blanket. Twice a year, in the spring and at the end of the summer, the female squirrel has her young, usually 3 or 4 babies at a time. For 7 weeks, the mother gives them milk. Then they are ready for a squirrel's favorite food: nuts, acorns, wheat, fruit. Sometimes squirrels will steal birds' eggs, and they are very fond of mushrooms. In the last weeks of autumn, squirrels become very busy gathering nuts and acorns to eat during the winter. They carry them in their cheek pouches and hide them in all kinds of nooks and holes round about the trees where they live. Later on, they come back to look for them. But quite often, they forget where they have hidden their stores and dig in several places before they find them. Squirrels are delightful little creatures, but they can be destructive. In a garden, they like to pull up new plants, eat bulbs, and even bite the tops off of very young trees. Next time you walk in the woods, if you are quiet and observant, you will perhaps see squirrels contented and busy. They might be jumping from tree to tree, frolicking on trunks and boughs, or possibly hiding a store of nuts for the winter. Union Canal Park is a great place to go hiking. And remember, if you go hiking with your family, to bring along your scavenger hunt paper so you can check things off that you see. Uh-oh, what is this busy little squirrel up to? This book is by Nancy Teferi. Leaves were falling. The air was getting cold. It was time for Squirrel to get ready for winter. Squeak, squeak, said Mouse. Will you nibble a pumpkin with us? But Squirrel couldn't. He was so busy. I wonder what he's busy doing. I see him gathering some things like fruit. Sweet, sweet, said Bird. Will you rest on a branch with us? Oh, but Squirrel couldn't. He was so busy. Uh-oh, he's stealing seeds from the bird feeder. Croak, croak, said Frog. Will you hop rocks with us? But Squirrel couldn't. He was so busy. Berries look good. Meow, meow, said Cat. Will you lie in the sun with us? But Squirrel couldn't. He was so busy. I see he's after those acorns. Woof, woof, said Dog. Will you run in the field with us? But Squirrel couldn't. He was so busy. Uh-oh, he's after the farmer's corn. Hoo, 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 called Owl. Will you watch the moon with us? Do you think Squirrel would? No, Squirrel couldn't, because he was fast asleep. He certainly earned that rest. Okay, here we go. Can you put your 5 fingers up in the air? Here's the 5 little acorns. These poems are in your packet if you picked one up so that you can do them again and again. 5 little acorns sitting in a tree. Along came Mr. Squirrel, as hungry as could be. Can you make your fingers come? Along came Mr. Squirrel. Then the cold winds blew, and they rustled all the leaves, and down came an acorn, plop. And Mr. Squirrel was pleased. How many are left? 4 little acorns sitting in a tree. Along came Mr. Squirrel, as hungry as could be. Then the cold winds blew and rustled all the leaves, and down came an acorn, plop. And Mr. Squirrel was pleased. 3 little acorns sitting in a tree. Along came Mr. Squirrel, as hungry as could be, and the cold winds blew and rustled all the leaves. Can you make your leaves rustle? And down came an acorn, plop. And Mr. Squirrel was pleased. 2 little acorns sitting in a tree. Along came Mr. Squirrel, as hungry as could be, and the cold winds blew and rustled all the leaves, and down came an acorn, plop. And Mr. Squirrel was pleased. There's one left. Do you think he's going to get it? Let's see. One little acorn sitting in a tree. Along came Mr. Squirrel, as happy as could be. The cold winds blew and rustled all the leaves, and down came an acorn. And Mr. Squirrel was pleased. 5 acorns he got. Yay for Mr. Squirrel. Oh no. Here's that pup. This pup is being pretty busy. Let's see what he's doing. This is a book by Lindsay Barrett George. One day, my little dog followed her nose and stopped. She started to dig, and she found an acorn. Oh, this is fun, she said. So she followed her nose a little farther and started to dig a little more. You see somebody watching her? And she found another acorn. Soon my little dog was finding acorns all over the farm. She found one in a pile of leaves. And another one under the wheelbarrow. And one in the pumpkin patch. Look who else is hanging around. There's that acorn. One on my car, and one among the sunflowers, and one inside an apple tree. She found one on top of a stump. Look who's hiding. And one on the other side of the pond. Pretty soon, she had a pile of acorns. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 acorns. My little dog followed her nose again and bumped into a squirrel. "What are you doing?" asked the squirrel. "I'm playing a game. It's called Find the Acorn," said my little dog. "Little dog," said the squirrel, "I hid those acorns. I was storing them for winter." My little dog had an idea. "We can play a new game. It's called Put Back the Acorn." And so my little dog and the squirrel ran around the yard together. See if we remember. Back to the pond and the tree and the stump and the sunflowers and the little car and the pumpkin patch and the wheelbarrow and the leaf pile. And back at the hole in the yard, they went all around the yard together, hiding acorns, one by one. Yay! Where is this tree? We're going to just skip that one. Well, maybe I'll put this one back on. Here's 5 little squirrels. What are they doing? Those acorns all fell down. And now the squirrels are up hiding them in the trees. 5 little squirrels sitting in a tree. The first one said, "What do I see?" The second one said, "There are nuts on the ground." The third one said, "Hey, those are nuts that I found." The fourth one said, "I'll race you there." The fifth one said, "All right, that's fair." So they shook their tails and they ran with glee to the nuts that lay at the foot of the tree. Remember, parents, grandparents, caregivers, finger plays help to strengthen the small muscles in children's hands that they'll use to hold a pencil. Cutting with scissors also strengthens those hand muscles and improves their hand-eye coordination. All things that are needed for writing and even picking up, manipulating small items. So practice those finger plays that I sent home in the packs. Well, here's another dog. What's he up to? Move over, Rover. I think we're going to meet a couple different animals in this one. Rover's in the doghouse, chewing on a bone. What a day to romp and play. Too bad he's all alone. Oh my, look at the sky. Thunder, lightning. Mighty frightening. Is the pup coming out? Is Rover coming out to see what's going on? Rain is pouring. Oh, how boring. Can't really play now, can he? But I know it's really hard to see. Something snuck into that doghouse while he was out in the rain. What could it be? Something black with a white stripe. Well, he had to get out of the rain. Rover's back in the doghouse, sleeping through the storm. Cat is looking all around to find a place that's warm. Meow! Move over, Rover! It's getting full. Cat's in the doghouse, sleeping through the storm. Raccoon is looking all around to find a place that's warm. Skit, scat, cat, and move over, Rover. Raccoon's in the doghouse, sleeping through the storm. Squirrel is looking all around to find a place that's warm. Make room, Raccoon. Skit, scat, cat. Move over, Rover. Squirrel's in the doghouse, sleeping through the storm. Blue Jay's looking all around to find a place that's warm. Squeeze in, Squirrel. Make room, Raccoon. Skit, scat, cat. Move over, Rover. Now Blue Jay's in the doghouse, sleeping through the storm. It's getting pretty full. Snake is looking all around to find a place that's warm. Out of the way, Blue Jay. Squeeze in, Squirrel. Make room, Raccoon. Skit, scat, cat. Move, can you say it with me? Move over, Rover. Now Snake's in the doghouse, sleeping through the storm. Mouse is looking all around to find a place that's warm. Slide aside, Snake. Out of the way, Blue Jay. Squeeze in, Squirrel. Make room, Raccoon. Skit, scat, cat. Move over, Rover. Let's say it together. Move over, Rover. Tight fit. Might split. Sorry, Mouse. Full house. Is there no room for Mouse? Crowded in the doghouse. All are sleeping well. But then, sniff, sniff, they catch a whiff. What's that awful smell? Do you have a guess? What could be making that awful smell? Look at them all running away. Skitter, scatter, what's the matter? Scamper, scurry, what's the hurry? Why are they all running out? Oh no! skunks in the doghouse sleeping through the storm. The rest are racing round and round to find another place that's warm. Oh my, look at the sky. Storm's over. Look, here's all the animals. Snake and cat, raccoon and blue jay. There's skunk and squirrel. There's mouse. Who's missing? Where's Rover? Is he romping and racing? Jumping and chasing? No. Rover's in the doghouse, chewing on a bone, soaked and sopping, tail flip-flopping, but now he's happy. He's all alone. That was a fun book by Karen Beaumont and illustrated by Jane Dyer. Here's a little song that I learned when I was a little girl. Oh, I stuck my head in a little skunk's hole. And the little skunk said, well, bless my soul, take it out, remove it. Well, I didn't take it out, and the little skunk said, you better take it out, or you'll wish that you had. Take it out, remove it. Well, I didn't take it out, and the little skunk said, I removed it. Oh, that's too silly. Here is a skunk puppet and the squirrel puppet made out of toilet paper rolls and construction paper. If you picked this up already, it's in your pack all ready to make. Or you can come in and pick up a pack if you didn't get one yet. Some other books that you might like to find at the library. A brand new one called The Nut That Fell from the Tree. Here's Squirrels Fall Search. Dot and Jabber and the Great Acorn Mystery. Squirrel's Busy Day. Or you might want to learn some more about some of squirrel's cousins, like the chipmunk and the groundhog and the prairie dog, who all burrow and have their homes down in the ground. Lots and lots more raccoon and squirrel and skunk books at the library, so come on in and borrow some that you can enjoy this week. It looks like our time is done. Can you sing a bye with me? See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Give a hug, ladybug. Blow a kiss, jellyfish. See you soon, you big raccoon. Out the door, dinosaur. Take care, polar bear. Wave goodbye, butterfly. See you next week.